grid as they wait for the lights to go out. The revs are building. Let's go racing.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
G'day everyone, welcome back to another round of Wheels to Wheel Racing. We are here for round 11 of our 12-round season at the Maggiore GP circuit. Tonight is one of our sprint rounds, so we'll be having 3 races. And of course, this is our top split guys. You'll recognise some of the names in here by now, I'm sure. Tonight, with me in the commentary box is DJ Stefko.
Howdy peoples, and welcome to a top split round here at Lago Maggiore.
Yeah, quite an exciting track. It should be good. And before we move on further, we've got to introduce Dodgy here on the visuals.
Thank you, Dragon. Glad to be here, mate. I've got to say, this track has 3 of my most hated corners in wheel-to-wheel, in GTS, in the world. Hard track to get your head around this one. I think these top split guys are really going to show us how it's done.
Yeah, definitely a tricky track, and as KZ said in our hot lap during the week, it's very hard to be consistent at this track, especially as your tyres start to wear throughout the race. There's a couple of corners, like just after the end of sector 1, the right-hander, if you stay out too wide, you're going to catch some grass and away you go. If you stay in too shallow, you're going to get a bad run out, and as your tyres wear, they get harder and harder to do well.
That's the reverse banky boy at the bottom of the hill, isn't it? That's yeah, I don't like that one.
Yeah,
I don't like that, but anyway.
Seen a fair share of cars dipping a tyre under the grass through there and playing out in the AstroTurf there.
Oh yeah, that was me throughout the week. Definitely got sucked off way out into the fence. Yeah, I don't like that.
Alrighty, and on that note, we can kick off qualifying. Something to take note of here tonight as well is we have the return of Pure Axel, who's missed a couple of rounds now, has dropped a little bit off the lead for the championship, but looking to come back and make an impact. And I actually saw him in a practice lobby earlier, which is a very rare sight. Very long time bouncing off the limiter back there. Can't even see who we've got leading the field around currently. Should sort itself out as we come through sector 1. Looks to be Captain currently showing as number 6, leading the field around. Should all come into place as the cars come through sector 1 and we get our timing
Gentlemen,
sorted
before
out.
you go, we're having some issues with streams. Hey, welcome to the wheel-to-wheel glitch. I am not getting any camera angles, unfortunately. I'm showing an empty pit straight. So
are you able to exit out of the...
I might have to just quickly exit out. I'm just going to have to... We're missing quali, unfortunately. We will come back to it if we can. I'll see what I can do.
Yep, that's alrighty. We'll keep the radio show going. So at the moment, Captain leading the cars around the track on the outlap, followed by Ando. Closely behind them is Clocade, another Rusty's member as well.
And behind Clocade, we've actually got Apex, one of the leading members of Dam Racing, and currently the Div 1 leader. Behind him, we've got Fixer Chris, his closest competitor, a member of the Scuderia Quadrifoglios. Behind him is the team captain of the Scuderia Quadrifoglios. You've got KZ.
Yeah, just behind KZ we've got Scooter, who was the bargain of the season, and Apex is back behind Scooter after letting Fixer Chris and KZ through. Behind them we have Ace Rio, a new member this season to the championship, and a member of Low and Slow Racing, the team captain by its Fossey.
And behind Rio, we've got the captain of Rusty's himself. You got the legend he is, Tombo. Behind Tombo, we have Pure Axel coming into the first corner. Oh, getting very close to Tombo there. And behind Pure Axel, we have Zoo, another member of Damn Racing.
Speaking of Damn Racing, the hot rod himself, Dale, very close behind Zoo. And at the back of the field, currently Adam, B10, team captain of B Corsa, and definitely not looking to get any kind of slipstream assistance on his lap. Looking to just stay out in a bit of fresh air and do it himself.
Sometimes it's actually better to do so. I'm not a massive fan of slip around here, especially around this corner that Adam's just coming out, that bottom banky boy. Too many times have I been pulled off there.
Okay, Mrs. Stefko aside, we are back and we are on the track, so shoot fellas, where are we from here?
We'll jump up with the captain currently leading the field around in the toothpaste livery. Definitely looks like a kind of like a, what do you reckon, like a grape flavoured toothpaste with that purple on it, or?
You're right.
Tough teeth,
You're
Mrs.
right.
Marsh.
I love it, the toothpaste livery, that's great.
Yeah, captain starting the final sector. Quite a tricky corner to get right as it extends out into a double right-hander, and this one's a lot tighter as the track kind of doubles back on itself as we come back down the hill here as well. Want to see him take a lot of curve on the inside here at the final corner, get on the power very, very early, and we'll see what kind of times roll through as the field approaches the start-finish line.
Just
2826 from captain.
We just jumped on board with him for a hot lap for this one, so we're on board with Cap right now.
Alrighty, so we've missed the first two corners, but that's alright. Coming out of the hairpin, you want to get on that power very early, quickly across the right-hand side of the track. Cut as much of the apex as possible on the left. A little bit of a lift to keep to the left side of the track. On the right side here, back to third gear, you can use a lot of runoff on the exit as well, as shown in our midweek hot lap. And approaching what I would say is one of the trickiest corners on the track here, this right-hander. You've got to brake at the end of the curving on the left and slowly keep the car turning in as you slow the speed down. You've got to keep about half brake throughout most of it. Approaching the S's now as we run up the hill. Little dab of the brake as you turn it in and ride the curve through all of the S's. So connects nicely with the right-hander. Left, beautiful again. Carry plenty of speed up the hill, and we've got a massive straight. This is where most of our moves are going to happen during the races, I would assume. Very long straight, great slipstream opportunity, and we come into the big banky boy, looking for about the 50-metre board on the left-hand side, slam it down into third or second, whatever your personal preference is. On the power nice and early to get as much speed for the uphill run here. Far to the right side of the track, bring it into the apex on the left, and do the same as we approach the one on the right at the top of the hill here. You want to brake at, I would say, about the 60-metre mark, so just before the 50, half braking to kind of bring the car in nicely to the curving and carry plenty of speed through. And then carry the momentum through this right-hander as well, using as much of the curving on the left as you can, but careful not to get a penalty. And then approaching the final corner, you want to take as much curve on the inside as possible and get on the power very early down the hill. And here's your run to the start-finish line. We'll see what kind of time we're going to get out of this.
Oh, wow.
2:02.1 out of captain.
With no slip, that is phenomenal.
KC, Scooter, Apex, a lot of very fast times coming through. Our top... sorry. Is that our top 5 guys separated by less than 1/10 of a second that I see there?
My goodness.
How is that for qualifying, gentlemen?
What a quality.
What a race
Can
it's
I
shaping up to be.
Can I just say, this is a Quadrifoglio front row lockout. Look at that.
It is. We haven't seen too many of them this season. KZ's had a little bit of a rough one, but Chris has been regular at the front. It's nice to see KZ doing well in quali. Hopefully they can carry it through into the race here.
Who are we on
And I
with,
reckon
fellas?
we'll jump on with Apex, Chris's biggest competitor here to start the race from the second row. Going. The cars are off the line. Very easy to launch these Ferraris. You just keep the throttle to the floor and away you go. So Chris immediately taking the lead, followed by KZ, Scooter in third, Apex in fourth, Zoo up in fifth. Looks like he's just lost a spot to Adam though. As we come through turn 3 here, Zoo's going to try back up the inside. Adam is going to have the inside for the right-hander here. And does hold that position, but it looks like most of the field is starting to settle in now. I think I see one of the toothpaste cars getting a little slippery there on the corner exit, but other than that, everyone looks to be settled in nicely.
Looks like he was trying to make a move there on Dale. Dale reclaimed it.
So the inside is the captain. Dale's done well to hold that around the inside. He's going to be gifted the inside of the start of the S's here. And there's still 2x2 at the back of the field. Looks like Rio and Ando's side by side as well. Ando's going to take that spot. And Tombo's going to try and follow him through. All 3 of the Rusties boys having a good old time with Ace Rio on the back of the field there.
Actually very scary trying to go 2x2 through those S's. Tried it, failed, never again.
But at least you learned after a couple of attempts. Looks like the Rusties boys are still just having their way with people at the back of the field here as Tombo and Ando looking to go around the outside of the captain. Ando makes the move. Tombo's in the dirt. He's going to lose a lot of momentum up the hill from that.
He's got Ando already making attacking moves on Dale here. Very racing in the back.
Yeah, it's definitely odd to see 3 of the Rusties boys towards the back of the field here. So maybe feeling like they're quite out of place in terms of their race pace and trying to hustle through the field quite quickly here. Looks like there's definitely a breakaway group as well from 7 forward starting to break away from this mid-pack being Dale Teague's the leader of. But
Scooter just making a move on KZ as well in the first corner. He's holding it around the outside. Apex his nose in there too.
He's done well to get around the outside of that hairpin as well. Claims a position before the next corner, so no chance of anyone coming back at him.
If you were KZ here with your main man out in front, would you be playing rear gunner?
It's very early in the race too, but also the more cars between, or the more time I should say, between Chris and Apex, the better for that team. So looks like Scooter's having another go at KZ here, looking to go around the outside into the S's as well. Backing out of it though.
Those track limits there. Oh, so scary.
Something's happened to Pure Axel as well, as he's now leading the second pack and has Dale pulling alongside and Ando as well with Greg White here coming into the big bank corner.
Well, this is going to be pretty.
See how these guys can navigate it. Looks like Pure Axel on the brakes a little earlier to get the run out. Dale's managed to hold them both, and it looks like Pure Axel and Ando still side by side up the hill here.
Captain's loving it. He's watching this going, bring it on boys, I'm right here.
Yeah, and they're going 2x2 now into the final sector of the track. It looks like Dale is going to hold out here, but Pure Axel and Ando now side by side through this double right-hander. Ando can hold that, which he cannot. I was going to say he would have the inside for the last corner, but not to be for Ando. But none of these guys are happy to settle back in this second half of the field, so fighting is plenty.
I can also see up at the front, guys, that we've got Scooter, who's actually gone past KZ, who was, he shows the nose, thinks better of it. No, he's attacking around the outside. Wow. Old move.
Apex might come out the better here. Nah, not quite.
Adam taking an alternate line out of the hairpin there as well to try and go around the outside of Apex into turn 3. So just showing the nose. Oh, some contact made between Apex and KZ there. And that's going to give Adam a decent enough run on Apex here as well.
It's also giving Scooter 82 a bit of breathing space now.
Yeah, that group from third to fifth, you could throw a blanket over them right now. They are that close together, nose to tail the whole way through the first sector of the track. And if we have a look a little further back, looks like the Rusties boys are starting to fall off. Locate Tombo, and the captain has had a bit of an oopsie and has found himself back in last place for those lads as well.
Ando and Pure Axle are still going at it as well.
Yeah, so Pure Axle a bit out of practice. Rio looking up the inside of Ando as well. They're 2x2 through the Big Bang corner.
Was that Dale
squeezed on?
That is Dale.
Yeah. Oh dear.
That's
Can we get a replay of that?
I will see what I can do for you. Let's have a look and see if we got that one on replay. Yeah, here we go with Dale coming around. Unfortunately, he's just been squeezed off there by Rio. There was a bit of contact from front to rear axles, and that was enough to send him off. So
that's a shame.
Lucky.
But the battle goes on, and that battle pack has rejoined the rear bumper of Scooter now as well. So that could open up the door for KZ to make a move into turn 1 here. Shows the nose, but doesn't commit to the move. Tucks back in as we come through turn 2. Quite a tight hairpin, very tricky to make a move around the outside of that. So.
Yeah, and if you get on the power too early there, it just understeers straight off into the grass there.
And just behind this pack, Ando and Rio still trying to sort out who goes where here. Rio up the inside of Ando. And that might be it settled there. We'll see if Ando decides to have another go here, or if he decides to tuck in.
We've got Apex that's just made a move on KZ into that Bond Banky boy, and Adams followed through as well. Wow.
Moves starting to be made at the front of the field. We're just over the halfway point of the race here. So it's where some guys can all start shuffling their way forward. It's something I think Adam does really well and has done really well in reverse grid races as well. He always seems to sit around the last couple of cars for the first few laps, and then starts to attack slowly throughout the mid part of the race. So he's driving wonderfully in sync here. That pack of 5 cars from
3 wide. Sorry, Dragon. They were 3 wide at Banky Boy, Rio, Ando, and Pure Axle still 3 wide going uphill.
These guys really, they're not settling for that spot. They're not happy to follow, so they are fighting tooth and nail to be leading this trio here. And Pure Axle looks to have won out this time. Rio has got the position over Ando, so Ando's going to be sitting in last. Just behind them, the captain has gotten past Cloquet and Tombo as well, so
yeah, he got a penalty.
To rejoin the back
Rio
of the pack.
got a penalty for going out wide there.
Half a second to see him pull to the inside and burn that. Going to lose out probably about 4 or 5 spots here. So there goes Ando, there goes Captain, here comes Cloquet and Tombo. Late on the brakes as Rio, a little bit of contact made there. Oh, and Tombo is having a disco in his car. Apparently he's all over the place, having a lovely old time. And at the front of the field, Apex has taken second place off of Scooter 82. But 4.2 seconds to Fixer Chris is the damage for all this fighting, so...
It's just played straight into his hands, hasn't it?
Yeah, but knowing Apex, he'll put that pedal down now and do his best to catch him, although in a one-make series, that's not easy.
Certainly is not. It looks like these guys are all KZ and Zua side by side into the S's, and that's going to drop them off the back of Adam as well. There goes the slipstream, there's the 1 second gap, and KZ doesn't get the position of the Zoo either, so quite unfortunate for those two to lose track. But again, we're getting towards the end of the race, so this is when moves going to have to start being made. And have a look back through the field again. Sorry, 7th position, Ando and Pure Axel are side by side yet again.
This is great racing. Absolutely.
Pure Axel's dipped a tyre in the sand. Ando's got the overspeed around the outside here, but it is around the outside. The captain's sitting back in the slipstream again, having a deja vu moment, watching people go 2x2 up the hill here. Ando gets the move done nicely as well. Oh, he's a little wide of the apex though.
Oh, gee, that's close.
Given just enough room for Pure Axel to slip up the inside, and they're going to be 2x2 approaching the final corner again. Pure Axel lost out to Ando and could lose out to the captain as well.
Yeah, captain snuck his nose in there.
He's
And then
got
there's
it.
Rio, very close behind as well.
So they go 2x2 approaching turn 1. Captain is going to have the slipstream. They're going 3 wide into turn 1 as Rio pulls out as well, looking up the inside of Pure Axel. Captain sweeps around the outside to hold the position, and Pure Axel and Rio still side by side.
Combo wants a piece of this party too, by the look of it, behind Rio back there.
Just saw Tombo's nose poking, yeah.
Well certain that Tombo always wants a bit of the party. Rio wide though.
Speaking of bits of parties, I believe
Oh,
Mrs.
Rio is he's done the biggest sin he can. He's dipped the tyre into the grass of the braking zone there as well. He's managed to hold the slide, but he's lost out in that battle. Apologies there, Dodgy.
You alright? Did you want to replay if I can get it?
Yeah, if we can get a replay of that one, he's well offline through the S's as well. He's made
let's
side-on
see what we
contact
can
with
do.
Blockade.
So we're on with Rio now. He's heading down the hill. He's snuggled in between both of them there, and yeah, it's just simply, he does so well to hold that. Hits that turf, and he's got nowhere to go, so yeah, that was just a little bit of a brain fade in that one. Back to the action.
And as we rejoin, if we could jump up into the battle for about 3rd place, Scooter and Adam are absolutely going at it up the hill here and out of the banked corner. And Scooter actually on a personal best lap pace at this point of the race as well on them raw tyres, so not slowing down as this race goes on.
Yeah, same with Adam as well. He actually had, I think it was about 2.5 tenths on his personal best, so he's flying.
That Megatron slipstream could be a helping hand in that, but these guys are definitely fighting for that position. They're not just they're not ready to settle for that spot yet as we start our final lap here.
We've got KZ still behind Zoo there in 6th. I don't know if he's just settling for the position or he's just biding his time. He's got to hurry up. This is the last lap, as you said, Dragon.
Yeah, I think KZ's best hope is to tuck in and hope to make the move into the banked corner after the S's. Now that Zoo doesn't have slipstream to help defend, I think that'd be KZ's best option there.
Yeah, totally agree. Keep it on the black stuff.
As you say that, I was watching some guys get very, very close to the edge of the track coming into that downhill right-hander again. It was deceptively tricky. It's quite a tricky corner, no matter what way you run this track as well. Coming into that in the rear, the reverse layout of this track is also very, very tricky. So, not a nice corner no matter what way you come at it.
Very true, very true. Even the S is going in reverse. It's disgusting. You can't see where you're going.
Ando and the captain are having a nice battle back in 7th and 8th. Ando parking it on the white line, not giving the captain the inside at all. He's going to make him go around the outside of the bank's corner if he wants to. Captain's got a nice run out of there. I don't know if it's enough to get by Ando on the uphill. He's going to give it a go though.
Well, it'll give him the
Captain's
inside
seen so
run.
many try this before. He's barely got his nose on the inside to try and hold that too.
It's a squeeze. Oh, no.
He's into the wall.
That's not going to bode well.
Oh, he's given the position back. Well done, Cap.
Fair racing, and we'll jump up the field now with Fixer Chris, 4.4 seconds clear. I mean, led from start to finish, incredible drive.
Great job. Great
Adam
job.
is going to take second and back in the battle for third. Adam weaving around the Apex taking second, apologies. And Adam and Scooter having a nice battle for third at the end there. Followed by Zoo, KZ, Ando, Captain, Puraxel, Tombo in 10th, Real 11th, Clocade 12th, and Dale coming across the line in 13th after that spin.
Wow.
There was a lot more action in that race than I expected there to be.
I didn't have time to push any buttons. That was full on.
Yeah, that was mental stuff.
Yeah, wow. That's the only word I have for that race. That was incredible all throughout the field as well. Apart from Chris, who had some probably some opera playing, like the Stig, just out on his own doing a hot lap after hot lap.
Amazing.
Wow, and looking at that there, a 14:30 for Fixer Chris in the results. A 16-second gap back to Clocade in 12th. Let me see what we had in 13th. Dale Teeks,
Yeah,
so we got a 17, yep.
But yeah, wow, that was incredible racing throughout the field. A couple of penalties playing spoiler, but yeah, some incredible racing throughout that entire field there.
Wow. Sort of makes me appreciate that I'm not in the top split this week.
Yes, it is a rarity, and we're happy to have you in comms now that you can't make top split this week, Stefco. It's see, you miss one, you get the other.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here. Very, very
And
happy
we
to be here.
don't have to worry about the threat of you sleeping on the balcony when doing the top split streams anymore. We wait for later in the night for split 2 and that one.
Well, I don't know about that. Mrs. Stefco's already in the chat talking up KZ. I believe we've had this discussion before during one of the Enduros.
I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I said to her, I said, what'd you say that for? Jeez. She actually said to me, well, I'm just saying. Gotta love her. Gotta love her.
Yeah, because she's sitting behind you, right?
Well, close enough.
As Stefco tiptoes around that, we've probably got a chance to jump into our first ad break of the night. I believe we have an ad for Jade Finance there, Dodgy.
Absolutely, coming up right now with Jade Finance, a major sponsor of Wheel to Wheel.
Do you own a business needing new equipment? Or perhaps you're wanting a good set of wheels for that shiny new bike license? Maybe you're after that well-earned boat for retirement. Or you desperately need a new car or caravan for those family getaways? Get in touch with Jade Finance today.
There you go. If you are chasing any sort of finance for your business or personal, check out Jade Finance. Definitely one to go see. I believe they might be Brisbane locals, those guys.
Either Brisbane or Sydney, I'm not 100% sure on the exact location of them, but big thanks to them for helping out Wheel to Wheel and being one of our major sponsors. Very much appreciate that.
Massive thanks. Yeah, without all of our sponsors, none of this can happen. So massive shout out to everybody.
Alrighty. And we have to wait for Tombo to rejoin as he was having some connection issues. So while we wait, it's probably a good chance to check out the Div 1 leaderboards there, don't you?
No worries. Let's see. Here we go. Div 1 it is. Shoot, gentlemen.
So, the top two, the battle we've been highlighting for the past couple of weeks now, Apex and Chris separated by just 22 points with 2 rounds to go. Following them, Adam and Puraxel separated by about 130 points. And Ando sitting 5th, Dale in 6th, Captain in 7th, Zoo holding out in 8th place, Tombo trying to improve on finishing 10th repeatedly, now in 9th, KZ holding that 10th place for Tombo, keeping it nice and warm, followed by Clocade and yourself there, DJ, in 12th. Not too shabby there, mate. Oily, Sulat and Sweaty also rounding out Div 1. And And following that, I guess we can talk about the team's championship, as much as I hate seeing Rusty's at the top there. So Rusty's well clear of the field, unfortunately for everyone else, having to suffer through another season of them winning. So it's a bit rough. Followed by Dam Racing clinging onto that second place, only about 100 points separating Dam Racing and Scuderia Quadrifoglio in third, and a massive battle for fourth place starting up now, as well as we have B Corsa, 13R, Serial Killers, and Flat Out Racing all within a couple of hundred points of each other.
Can definitely be done.
Looks like we are having some troubles with the lobby, unfortunately. So, just give me 1 second to see if we can sort this kind of stuff out there.
Just a bit of a reset. What I might do is have another word from another one of our sponsors, Next Level Racing. Okay, and that was Next Level Racing's new wheel stand 2.0. I started, as I've said before, on the Next Level wheel stand. Those things are the bomb. Solid as a rock. They hold your TLCM load cell pedals or your Fanatec load cells really well. They take the weight. They take you jumping on them. So just set up, quick, easy, fold away. You couldn't want more for a tiny little room if that's what you've got to do. So Next Level Racing stands, I thoroughly recommend.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Next Level Racing, and a great place to pick up your Next Level Racing gear is also Pagney and Advanced Simulation, and another one of our sponsors on board with us this season. So, an award-winning Australian-owned and operated company supplying the widest range in simulation products in Australia. That can be your sim racing or your flight sim stuff. And if you want to check out what they have, just check them out at pagneyandimports.com.au.
Their after-sales team is probably one of the best I've ever dealt with as well. Any issues that you may have, they're on it. They're straight on the blower to you immediately. Really enjoy dealing with Pagney.
I've heard similar sentiments from Ando as well on their help team afterwards, after purchasing stuff. So yeah, absolutely speaks wonders there.
Okay, it seems we're back on track. How did we go with Tombo? Did he manage to get in there? He's in, yep.
Yep, he's back in.
Just waiting on, I think, Damon's being in the room.
Who's there now? One more person.
Let's see.
There
There he is. And it's probably a good time for Adam to join in there. I believe we have an Adam V10 driver profile there if you want to run us through that one there, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Here he is right here, Adam. 36 years of age. I love that little grey patch you've got at the top there, Adam. I think you're going to have to put that on your helmet. But he manages cinemas, so look, if I was a cinema manager, wouldn't you set one up as a huge driving sim one day, honestly? You'd have to give it a go. You'd be mad not to. Favourite track is Spa. Favourite GT car is the GR3 Ferrari. He's in the GR4 at the moment, so yeah, well, maybe he's got the affinity for Ferraris. He actually names Enzo Ferrari and Michael Schumacher as his motorsport inspirations. So yeah, obviously got a bit of Ferrari in the blood there. He uses the Thrustmaster TGT and TLCM pedals, and he is sporting the Canon Barbie do. So I believe his tagline as he enters the room is "Come on Barbie, let's go party." So Adam is also, while I'm at it, one of the big guys behind the scenes of Wheel to Wheel. Half the graphics you see on our screen and the videos you see made up are all coming from Adam. He spends a lot of his time trying to bring Wheel to Wheel along and make it look very neon. So thank you, Adam. Without your help, half of this wouldn't be possible. So cheers, mate.
Yeah, massive shout out to everyone behind the scenes as well. We are actually in a fun league, and without everyone chipping in, yeah, it's gone up and up in strengths, this league. Very, very happy to be a part of it.
Absolutely, I've been with the league for a good couple of seasons now, and it has only improved over time here. The member base is growing, the amount of volunteers we have stepping up is incredible, and I couldn't think of a better place to spend my Sundays here. I may be away, but...
Well, you can still race from Hawaii, I suppose. You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's not bad thinking, which is odd. So we get ready to kick off race 2 here after a bit of a delay, and Stefko...
Quick, Mrs. Stefko, pat him on the back.
Jeez, sorry,
Stefko
guys.
might need some assistance there. I've just blindsided him, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry.
Poor guy, I'm sorry there, mate.
Who are we on with, fellas?
I reckon we can jump on with Tombo, the
Tombo in
party
3.
car of the hour.
We got some lights.
Plenty of reps throughout the grid.
There we go.
A bit of a rough start for someone at the back there. I think it's Adam. Has lost out quite big off the start of the grid. And the
I
front
think
of
it
the
might
field.
actually be KZ, because I cannot see him. I can see him, but I can't see him.
Yeah, I think we're still getting some glitches in our camera angles at the moment, unfortunately, fellas. I can seem to only do in-car camera at the moment. Let's see what we can do here.
It's unfortunate, but we'll see what we can do at the moment. We have Dale Teagues leading Ace Rio, followed by Tombo, and their 2x2 back there, Cloquet, Pure Axle, followed by the captain and Ando, all very tightly together.
Wow.
And Zoo has already had it off at that quite tricky right-hander down the hill as well, so falling to the back of the field has Zoo. They're too wide coming up the hill here. Ando involved again. Looking at the front of the field, we've got Rio making a move for the lead on Dale, who's being pushed by Tombo, so a little bit of extra defense from that Rossi's car.
Just keep going with the radio show, guys. Just resetting.
Yep, Dale's hung it around the outside of the banked corner there to be able to hold. So that battle for battle for the top 3 is already starting to break away as well. 1.1 seconds clear of the rest of the field, led by Cloquet currently. And back in the field there, 2x2 again. It's Ando involved yet again. Apex, Scooter, and I think it was Fixer Chris that was playing a part in that as well. So all tucked back into line astern as they come up towards the final corner. But definitely, again, not looking to wait around any of these guys.
Apex there was showing his nose to Ando. And into that last corner too.
At least it was only his nose.
And looks like the top three have had some troubles. Tombo's made their way past Rio, and Cloakade has rejoined that battle, so the entire field is reunited again.
Cap's made the move around Pure Axle as well, heading into turn 1. Did show the nose again, but thought better of it. Scooter and Apex banging doors, all kicking off back here.
Yeah, action all through the field again as everyone's trying to shuffle their way to where they will be. Apex and Chris side by side. On the outside of that corner is quite dangerous as well.
Oh, Pure Axle's off into the grass.
Oh, that's a big off from Pure Axle as well. You can grab us a replay of that one.
As soon as I find him, we'll go with it.
Dead last at the moment is Pure Axle.
Let's see how we go if we caught it. Did I get that? No, I mustn't have hit the button in time, guys. I've missed him, unfortunately.
That's alright, no problem there. It looks like he could have been helped, or maybe just dipped a tyre in the grass on the exit of that corner, and away it went. Very easy as the grass is like driving on ice, essentially, or in the rain if you're on retro smoke. Top 5 starting to try another breakaway here, as he is 2 seconds back, leading the rest of the pack. And there's no slow names in that second half of the pack either. He's got Scooter, Chris and Apex all directly behind this KC.
Yeah, Chris made the move on Apex going into that bottom banky boy there, where Pure Axle unfortunately went on. Maybe well for his chase, I suppose. Simple Mason.
Dale's doing quite well here in race 2 as well, still leading the pack. But I think followed by Tombo and Rio, and just behind them is Cloakade and the Captain. And they're expanding that gap, they're growing it out to about 1.3 seconds. That does drop going through turn 1 and 2 here though. I think I just saw a wheel-to-wheel OG pop up in the chat as well. Wheel-to-wheel Piper showing up for a second there, saying boogity, let's go racing here to race 2. So glad to see you poking your head in there, Piper. Approach this very dangerous corner again. Chris making me very nervous there. He had half the tire on that white line. I thought he was going, but the way these guys can use every inch of the track and get everything out of it is incredible. Too scared to
Yeah, the way they keep it together is amazing. I mean, you've got the likes of Chris and Apex, two fellow aliens following each other is just amazing.
And the fact that these two aliens have top 2 in the championship, currently sitting 8th and 9th at the moment, is pretty. It's a great statement towards the pace of
Totally agree with you. We definitely have some of the fastest in the world here.
Just checking into the front of the pack. Whoa! Rio's gone up the inside of Tombo and nudged him a little wide. Cloakade and the Captain has slipped on through there as well. Though Dale went semi-defensive, Tombo was kind of coming out to dry a little bit there. Got a little bit of a nudge from Rio. And he made Cloakade's looking through as well. Looks like the Captain's going to try and make a move as we approach the start-finish line to start lap 4 as well. Cloakade pulling out as well to try and make a move on Ace Rio into turn 1. He's going defensive against the Captain, who did manage to get past Tombo, and Hando has rejoined that pack again.
That was a very strange move from Cloakade there. Was he planning on making a move on Rio, was he? Because it sort of looked like he pulled the Captain in.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what was going on there with Cloakade. I thought it looked like he was pulling out to make a move, but I guess he thought using every bit of the track to try and hold on to that lead from Ace Rio. Rio would absolutely not win here as well.
Rio now, but one of many internationals coming forward.
what's happening to Chris here. We can
Let me see if I can find him.
currently see 12.
See if
Oh,
I
it's a
can...
disconnect.
Ah, no point for that then.
No.
It has been a buggy room.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for Chris. Looks like back from him, Rio had another look at Dale and wasn't able to do it. Now, okay, Captain side by side up the hill as they slot back into line here.
Rio and Dale getting very close in the last couple of corners here.
We're not the only ones having problems. It's sort of a message from the Split 3 lobby host and that they deal as well. So it might just be the GT squad this time, unfortunately, but if we rejoin the action here in fifth and sixth, just the entire front of the field apparently is going to go too wide into turn 1 here. Everyone's spread out. Dale trying to hold first for everything he's got. Rio looking around the outside.
Oh, bit of a tap
Bit
out.
of a bump given. There goes a couple of spots to locate captain side by side with Ando as Ando slips on by as well. Tombo looking around the outside. Scooter as well up the inside of Tombo. Rio taking a wide line to try and clear out a bit of space there. Gets a nice run and tucks in behind Ando. Scooter and Tombo still side by side for that 6th position as well. Scooter with no slipstream.
Some great driving, great defensive driving there from Rio.
Unfortunately, slight bump caused by a bit of lag, but again, it seems like that might just be the state. Tombo and Scooter going side by side with the S's. Apex going to take advantage of that as well as he slips up the inside of Scooter as we come up the hill side by side with turn 8. And I would very much assume that Tombo's going to pull across to give Scooter the slipstream here, and he does so.
What lap are we on, gentlemen?
We are currently on lap 5, so about 2.5 laps to go, and we have Dale leading, Locate defending for his life, and Ando Stills nose up the inside of the captain as well for that 3rd spot.
Captain
So
did
Dale
try
now
to
having
move there on Cloquet, but it just didn't pay off in the end.
Dale's now having to worry about some Rossi's fun joining him here. I think Rio's done quite well to hold on to 5th place here and on the captain's position to end. Just to bring Rio right back into it. A little bit of a tap on the rear corner of the captain.
Oh, he's
Down
out.
the grass. He's pulled back onto the track just in front of Rio, barely. And they're chopping and changing on the front of the field as well. Dale going defensive, holding on to that first spot as much as he can. Locates Havel around the outside. He's going to break himself a little bit there. As the captain just behind. And the Rusty's boys are side by side yet again. And everyone is side by side yet again. Just behind there.
Where's...
My goodness, Tombo's hung out to dry there as well. Everyone looking around the outside turns into the inside of the next corner as well.
Scooter sending it up the inside of Tombo. A little bit of assistance there from KZ.
Oh, and here comes Apex, Adam, KZ. They're all looking to get by Tombo here.
Geez, Tombo was the big loser out of that one.
Yeah, looks like he still might be dropping spots. They're playing right on the edge of the track too. It gets me very nervous seeing him come into that. He's been hung out to dry on the outside again here as KZ and Apex goes through. Apex moving to the inside independence. Adam's going to go side by side with Tombo as well through the S's, and he confirms that spot. So that's really unfortunate for Tombo. I think he's gone from about 5th or 6th all the way back to 10th now, just in about half a lap.
I recall he was actually running 2nd at 1.2.
He was. That's unfortunate. And just checking back in at the battle for the lead, looks like they're fighting between Located and Dale. 1 second bumper. So he has 1 second to work with over about 3 minutes of racing. If he can hold on to that gap, he's set for a win. Back in the field, they're still side by side. I can't think of many moments where they haven't been. They're going 3 wide for 4th place here as well.
Rio getting a bit wide there.
Scooter trying to take
Oh.
a chance points
Rio's
there.
gone.
That hurt. Is he disconnected? No, he's
No.
turning.
Oh, I think that might have been
Might be.
I saw him pop into reverse. We'll carry on again. Looks like the rear battle now is starting to become the fourth place as the top three are starting to spread out with Scooter leading the field round. Followed by Captain and Apex and KZ are side by side.
Yeah, Apex just went around the outside of KZ as well. Great move.
Tricky to do there as well as we're on our final lap now. So not short of the screen due to the problems that we're having, unfortunately. A lot of guys side by side in the back of the field there.
Captain with a penalty as well.
There he goes, pulling aside to earn that as well. It's going to drop all those spot signals to the inside as well. Back to 10th place for the captain. And the field's really starting to spread out now. After all of this fighting, there's about 7 tenths between most of the field. It's like KZ and Tombo still having a nice little battle for 7th place here though. As we come onto the main straight, Tombo pulls out KZ's holding to the inside as they both slowly move back to the racing line. Tombo's done well on the brakes there.
Is Tombo going to get a penalty there? That was awfully far in.
I think he's pretty safe.
Yeah.
Tombo, you can take him over that curve. Could come up with Byron, so we can give you another one of those.
If you don't get a good exit out of that banking boy, it's a horrible feeling going up that hill.
I think at this point we can probably jump on with Dale as he approaches the last corner. That 1 second buffer was very much needed as now it's down to about 3 tenths, down to 2, down to 1, and
Oh,
with an
wow.
incredible run out of the last corner.
This
I
could
don't think it's
hurt.
going to be enough. Ando's pulling alongside.
Oh,
Dale's going to take the
finish.
win. Followed by Ando, Clocate and Scooter very close together for 3rd and 4th. Apex, Adam, KZ, Tombo, Zoo, Captain chucking it into the wall for 10th, and Pure Axel coming home a little bit unfortunately there. So another race just absolutely filled with action there. That was it was hard to watch any specific races as there was so many battles forming throughout the field there. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was even more action than the first race. That was crazy stuff.
Yeah, I think we're about... Was the last one 14:30? Were we 10 seconds slower on this round? Does that sound about right to you, gents?
14:30, correct.
Probably somewhere around there.
Yeah, but we had less of a spread too. Only 11th from first to, well, what was last this time, which was 11th because we lost 2. So still not bad times for the reverse grid race. Always creates a bit of argy-bargy.
That it does, but definitely provided us with a lot of good action there.
Gentlemen, if you can bear with me for a second, we are having a couple of sound issues, so I'm just going to slip into our scape screen and see if I can fix it.
No problem, Dodgy.
Okay, hopefully that has fixed our sound problems. We are back.
Alrighty, and in preparation for the final race of the night there, Stefko, do you have any insight on what the strategy could be for these guys?
I've seen a couple of guys. I've only done one full race 3. Actually, not even a full one. I watched a full one. You can split it down the middle, or depending on how you can look after your tyres, you can go a 6 or 9 or an 8-7. I've seen some guys try to really do the undercut on a 5 laps on the mediums. Yeah, not my cup of tea, but hey, there's a few strats out there.
Yeah, a couple of guys not too happy with what's going on here, but man, what a win from Dale there as well. Just to reflect back on that one, but 15 laps our race 3, so it's definitely a lot more fuel conservation, whereas the first 2 you can kind of just go for it. So it should be very interesting who utilizes that 7th gear, how much people are going to be short shifting. Very, very interesting to see as it pops back up again. Very interested to see how this plays out, and especially with Chris starting towards the back of the field.
As Dale has just reminded us in the chat there, we do have GT7 coming in the very near future, and it's looking maybe like we're going to have wheel to wheel on GT7 starting next season. But we have had the awesome news apparently that you can transfer your decals from GT Sport to GT7. How does that sound, Stefko?
I've never heard of that. Really?
It's
That's
allegedly
news to me.
so.
Wow. Okay, that's going to save a lot of heartache for a lot of people. How good's that, Dragon?
I have heard the rumour that you're going to be able to transfer your liveries and decals across from GT Sport to GT7, so that should be really good.
Ah, looking forward to that.
I'll
Can't
tell
wait
you
for
what.
GT7.
On that news, I'm going to slip over to an ad from Next Level again that is going to show you an awesome rig that would be really suited to GT7. Here we go with the Next Level Racing Elite rig. Man, that Next Level Elite rig, it looks so awesome. It's on my Christmas list, my birthday list, my Easter list, my just because I bloody want it list. I have seen some reviews on that. I've seen guys jumping on it. It doesn't budge. I so want that. It looks awesome.
It certainly does. It looks like a very beefy rig. Looks like it can handle anything you throw at it, and could probably be very well suited for anyone looking to get the new wheels that are coming out. The new Thrustmaster, the Fanatec partnership with GT could be quite good. More direct drive wheels going to be possible, so should be quite interesting.
All I need is to build a bigger house to fit it into.
Yeah, there's not much space left around here for me to put more toys, so I don't even have a rig myself, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to find some space for it and get one, so I can start racing up here with these toys in top split if I find the base.
Even Piper wants one. He wants the wheel mount, apparently.
Yes, heard good things about the monitor stands as well. From to go in with your next level equipment. Apparently it puts them at a really nice good height for racing, and a couple of guys in the Discord run them as well, so here we go. We're going to have Pure Axel leading the field off the front row with the captain alongside.
Who are we going with?
What do you reckon, Stefko? Where do we start this one?
Go Mrs. Stefko's second husband. KZ in
Right,
fifth.
we'll go with KZ. everyone making the run into turn 1 here. Pure Axel moving right to defend that spot against the captain. Zoo holding the very far inside over Tombo. Adam having a look up the inside of KZ as well.
He may have dropped a spot, but he's on the inside line here. He's kept it.
A couple of guys getting squirrely out of turn 2 there. The hairpin trying to get the power down too soon. The car definitely tries to swap ends, which is tough to do in the grid wars. Everyone's sorted themselves out very quickly here, whereas we're not seeing people too wide for the first half of the lap this time. Everyone's settled into single file and ready to run through the race.
Yes, I think this is a very tentative start for these guys. Maybe Dragon, are you able to let us know who's on softs and who's on mediums?
Yeah, so we only have 2 soft runners in the field currently, and they are sitting in 3rd and 4th. So Zoo and Tombo are the only soft runners in our field at the moment. So they're going to be looking to get by Captain and Pure Axel very quickly.
Absolutely. That might explain the very cautious start by these guys, because cold mediums first lap, especially around here, can cause you a whole lot of trouble if you're not careful.
Yeah, pure rubbish.
Yeah, those mediums can be a little bit rough for the first lap or so. Though, as in racing throughout most games, your tyres do have a temperature, and the mediums take a little longer than the softs to get up to optimal temperature as well. So, very, very skatey until you get up to that point. So my
Just
big
noticed
question
as
here
well.
is, have Tom and Zoo had a little look throughout the field to see who's running on softs with them, or do they think these two ahead of them are on softs as well?
Well, doesn't look like Tombo cares. He's trying to get his nose up there.
Pure's out on the
Pure's
grass. Just done well to rejoin without taking anyone out there. Looks like a bit of contact between KZ and Tombo, and Zoo is up the inside of Pure Axel for 2nd place. Pure Axel trying to hold it around the outside. Now Zoo to the outside. Them soft tyres doing nicely. Tombo looking up the inside of Pure Axel, but he's going to get hung out of the slipstream train here.
KZ looks like he's following Tombo.
That's a pretty good bet there. Tombo on the soft tyre. Good one to tuck in behind Pure Axel. Get hung out to dry throughout this right-hander. Adam might have a little sneak peek here as well. Barely hanging alongside KZ as he sweeps across the front there into the S's, and Adam's trying to stick his nose alongside Pure Axel in the middle of the S's too. Somehow the captain is still leading our 2 soft runners. I feel like that'll be a little bit short-lived as Zoo is coming up on him quite quickly. He went bump though, so maybe thinking that the captain is on the soft tyre.
Yeah, this is going to play well into the Cap's hands.
Especially if we can continue getting a bit of a helping hand from the soft runners on the corner exits and the straights. Not a massive bump coming out of these Red Bull Ferraris, but enough to make a bit of a difference. Going back towards the rear end of the field, everyone's still looking quite clean and not a lot of movement throughout the field. Everyone's pretty happy to just sit in place and get through their medium stint here.
Yeah, I'm starting to really think that that Zoo has no idea Cap is actually on mediums. He keeps wanting to stay behind him.
Maybe he's just more concerned about fuel, although he's got it here. Is he going to give him another tap? Yes, he does. Wow.
That could be quite costly to Zoo and Tombo here, who are trying to run that soft tyre first. Getting, well, not even getting stuck behind the captain, choosing to sit behind the captain and bump on the wall is going to stop any chance of a breakaway happening in the front of the field.
And if you can see behind Tombo, it's actually pulling the rest of the field in as well.
So these guys are not getting a lot of value out of that softer tyre, unfortunately. I feel like Tombo might be a little frustrated after that second race and was hoping to just clear the field and not have to be involved in that battle pack, which hasn't actually seemed to form this time around. Everyone's been quite gentlemanly. bit odd for wheel to wheel. There's plenty of shenanigans to go on. So seeing everyone just sit line astern for 2.5 laps is definitely odd.
I've also noticed that Clocade has actually dropped back to 11th place.
Not quite sure what's happened to Locate there, but at least Dale has a running buddy there at the back there after winning the last race. Unfortunately, relegated to the back of the field. But he had one car starting behind him, and that was Fixer Chris, who is now up into 10th and hooked onto the back end of Nando. Looks like Pure Axle has been able to make a move to 4th place over KZ as well, but that has opened up a gap for those soft runners and the captain at the front of the field to 1.4 seconds now. So the captain could be in the hot seat here come the end of the race.
Yep, I think he's going to have to slip Zoo that $50. Still doesn't look like Zoo wants to pull out on him.
Tombo's setting our fastest lap of the race there with a 2:04.5 as well.
Now with fuel saving as well, that's great.
Looks like a majority of the field's at about a quarter of a tank at the minute. The most fuel being in the hands of Adam V10 and Fixer Chris with Apex on close behind as well. So our regulars towards the top of the field doing well on the early part of the race to save fuel and make sure that they have the run towards the end.
Just gone back up to the front. It looked like Zoo actually got a really good run out of the last corner heading down the hill, pulled up alongside Cap and then backed off.
Maybe do just try and think of that overall race time, trying not to fight too much and just put the head down and go. But again, unknowingly, the captain is on the medium tyre in front and behind them, or KZ was having a look around the outside of Pure Axle through the S's as well, so KZ feeling like he's the faster driver and would probably be better off leading here. Zoo pulling out for the lead here over the captain finally, so maybe realising that he was being held up a little bit by the captain and finally deciding to make that move, and they've done it nice and cleanly, minimal time lost through the Banks corner there.
Yeah, unfortunately I think that has played well for Cap. You're 4 laps into that medium stint and you're only just being taken for the lead now. They're going to be starting to get a bit aware.
Right under the rear wing of the soft runner right now being Zoo, so you're getting towed along by soft runners and keeping up with them. And that puts him about
Zoo went
down
wide
2.5
there.
seconds there.
Hopefully he doesn't get a penalty. Oh, there it is. 1 whole second. Unlucky
He's
Zoo.
still behind for all that time, makes a move for the lead, and unfortunately cops the penalty immediately. We'll see the Zoo pulling along to the inside.
Ando's in
back
already.
Power. And as is Clocade, so team discussions might have been towards only 4 laps on the medium tyre. That's going to be a tough run towards the end. They might take some spots on the way and just think that track position is the better chance here.
We seem to be still getting some glitches here, unfortunately, fellas. It's not showing me who's going into the pits or their fuel left, so feel free to fill us in when you see it.
Absolutely. So, Ando and Clocade, apologies, have rimmed the tank and chucked on some fresh soft tyres. First up hitters, so very interested to see when the rest of the field decides to hit in, if they take into account the undercut from those two or if they go with their original strategy. There's plenty that can play into when you hit now.
Yeah, just throwing it out there as well that Apex just has that little bit more fuel than Chris as well. Tiny little bit more fuel.
I think Tombo's going to have a go at Cap here going down this hill. Oh, he's giving him a bump. Even Tombo's giving him a bump.
Captain's medium pace so good that it's got Tombo and Zoo thinking he's on the softs, I guess, or as Piper has suggested in the chat, maybe just saving that little bit extra fuel. But I think that's I don't think that's going to be too helpful when everyone else is on that medium tyre. but that was a big bump given from Tombo down the back straight, so...
Well, when you look at it now, you're probably going to get close to the crossover of medium versus soft. Tombo may be thinking that with the wear on his softs now, he's better off sitting in the slipstream of Cap. If he gets in the lead, I think they're at a big enough crossover point now that Cap can just sit in his slipstream, and it's going to benefit him anyway. So, yeah, what do? As we see a bunch more go off into the pits.
So that is Adam and Scooter diving into the pits with 67 and 65% fuel each there. So it's a long run to the end. I'm kind of keeping half an eye on Ando here, who's coming through the final corner, and where he's going to be in relation to Adam and Scooter as they emerge from the pits here. So both of them emerging nose to tail into turn 1, and Ando's not managed to jump them.
Unlucky.
Not even in the slipstream range, unfortunately. So it's going to be rough. Ando's probably going to have to push to be able to tuck in behind them. But
Ando's tyres now 1 lap old, so they are switched on. Might be able to pull it back, but I'm not liking his chances, unfortunately.
yeah, that's a tough duo to catch there, Scooter and Adam. Adam quite well at working together with pretty much anyone on track at this point. We've seen him work really well with the captain in the past, as well as Dale. I remember at Sardinia, at an endurance race back there last season. I think I saw Adam and Dale work well together there as well. So see how these two can go together, and if they can keep Ando out of the slip, or if Scooter even wants to do that because they are teammates.
Tombo's still sitting behind Cap there up the front.
He has just gone purple as well through the sector time, so 1 sector go to see if he can hang on to that purple lap. As he was very much tucked in behind the captain, and looks like Zoo has dropped out of the slipstream with them as well, and he just has a 2-second buffer back to pure axle.
I wonder if we'll see Cap. Oh, Cap's gone wide.
No!
Hold it.
Hold it together. Yep. Dirty tyres into turn 1 as a lot of the field comes in. That's KZ, Pure Axle, Chris, Apex, all in the pits here on their medium tyres. Pure Axle with 49% remaining, the lowest of the fuel. Apex with 60 left on tyres.
Cap's going to need a tap from Zoo here, otherwise that little lose there is going to cost him against those other guys that just pitted, I think.
Looks like he's tucked in behind Zoo to get a bit of slipstream assistance here.
He's also the last of the medium runners that haven't pitted.
Dale also, but Dale is a little bit back off the captain. 5.9 seconds, unfortunately.
What was that? You said Dale, but Dale doesn't count.
Just because he can't count doesn't mean he doesn't count.
Dale, I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Looks like out of everyone that's come out of the pits here, Adam's still 1 second clear, and Ando has managed to slip by Scooter at some point, and Chris is right up the rear wing of Scooter. Looking to the inside now as we approach the S's. Not able to make it happen, he's going to have to tuck back in and try and do it at the end of the straight. Scooter does have that slipstream to help defend from Ando there in front. Of Captain and Zoo as well, so Cap's just hanging on to the back of Zoo here. Coming towards the end of lap 7, still on those medium tyres.
Surely he's going to be ducking into the pits this one. Leaves him a short stint on the softs. I didn't think that was usually Captain's MO, but he was doing so good on those mediums, I can't blame him for staying out there.
And there he goes.
There he goes.
37% of fuel remaining. Looks like Dale is going to follow suit as well.
We'll stick on
45% of fuel remaining.
Who are we on with? Adam to see where Cap comes out? Is that who we're looking at?
I think so. But,
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Gosh. It's not a very long pit stop time here, so Adam is coming towards the pit entry here. Captain has just emerged as a lot of the field has actually managed to get by, so staying out on the mediums might have compromised the time gain, but also he is going to have some very fresh softs for the remainder of this race while everyone else is on some good ones.
He did come out in 9th. There you go.
Big question. I don't think it's enough, honestly. The gap between Tombo and Adam, I think Adam is our race leader currently after the stops happen. So I think that was about a 25-second loss there from the captain in the pits, whereas it's a 21-second gap from Adam to Tombo. That calculation, we'll see those guys pop out in probably about 7th or 8th, I would assume. Speaking of 7th or 8th, Chris and Scooter side by side as we approach the hairpin here, the big banked hairpin.
With Pure Axel wanting to play as well.
The big thing to take note of is Apex Humper is struggling to move through the field. Still back in 10th place at the minute.
And up in 8th, we've also got Captain and KZ. Captain on those fresh softs. KZ just holding on around Banky Boy there, but Cap making his intentions very well known.
Tombo just ducking into the pits as well, so Zoo the last person to have not pitted going for 9 on them soft tyres.
Does Cap pit Tombo here in the pits? He should do.
He's had a cracker of an outlap, but I would be shocked if he hasn't. There's Tombo right there.
Oh, that was scary.
So Tombo has managed to come out right in the middle of that pack of 3 of Scooter, Pure Axel and Chris. Probably going to get sent to the back of that pack, but still a nice bit of slipstream assistance.
Yep, he would be very smart to stay in that slipstream. Help them, have them pull him along.
So now the question mark is over Zoo. Where Zoo is going to come out. He's been a little bit off in Tombo's pace, so I feel it could be around that 9th, 10th area, but we'll have to just wait and see. Running along on the softs while everyone else is on some fresh ones now. Medium's out of the way. It's going to be tough for Zoo.
I was just looking back there with Cap and KZ again. KZ got a really bad run up the hill. Whoa, and he's getting all squirrely there.
Well, I don't know if there was a little bit of contact made or if that was KZ. Some interesting defensive moves, and Captain giving him a flash of the headlights. Not happy with that.
Ooh, this is shaping up to be awesome.
Stefko will be on the edge of her seat watching KZ here.
You didn't pay Cap to take out the competition, did you, Stefko?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm expecting some stern words from Mrs. Stefko. Don't touch my second husband.
Here goes Captain again, looking up the inside of KZ. Does not have an overlap. Barely has an overlap about the right rear quarter. KZ's doing well to hold on to that spot, but it's costing Captain so much time.
Apex is having a look too. I think he's eyeing off that slipstream that these two are producing.
Oh, there it is.
Looks like he's got it.
Quick scroll through the field. So Zeus staying out again, going for a 10th lap on that soft tyre.
That's going to be costly.
Adam currently leading the field of cars that have stopped by 1.3 seconds over Ando, who now has Fix and Chris to deal with. And we've seen how quick Chris has been to work their way through the field. So I don't know how long Ando's going to be able to defend against that Scooter rear quadruple car.
Yeah, Fixer Chris has done amazingly well considering he started last. With his unfortunate disconnect from race 2, he's done phenomenal to get up into 4th place and now battling for 3rd.
Certainly has. This is a show of absolute brute force and causing emotional damage, as Chris would say. And another thing to take note of, Chris was purple through the first sector there over Pure Axel's time, which is a 203.657. Lightly behind it now, I think I saw, but also setting a PB last time around with a 204.0, so...
There he goes. He's just gone up the inside. Wow.
Beautifully done. I mean, what can you do to defend against that if you're Ando at that point? You've got a hard charging Chris who's pretty pissed off about a disconnect probably, so... And he is 7/10 faster than his fastest lap, so on for about a 2:03.3 if he keeps this up. Which would be alarming to everyone else in every other division.
Chris definitely on the charge, and Zoo, I've just noticed, is staying out again. 11 laps. Wow.
They breed them different in Tennant Creek, the Northern Territory apparently. Teach you how to save your tyres.
Chris is not far from Adam's slip.
He's just taken another 10th off through turn 1 and 2 here as well. Adam with a very nice exit out of 2 though to get that back. Looks like Pure Axel's not looking to sit behind Ando as well for that 4th spot. I see him show on the nose every now and then. Have a look. I think
Ando gets squirrely.
He's done well to hold that.
Fixer Chris is now in the slip of Adam as well.
So we saw Ando chasing that slip for a good 5 laps, and unfortunately couldn't do it as soon as Chris gets by. Within a lap, within a half a lap actually, he's pulled in about 7/10 of a second on Adam, so...
I don't think Pure's going to be behind Ando for long. He keeps showing the nose and wanting to get out around him.
I recall, gentlemen.
Chris is right there, sorry.
No, don't be sorry at all. 3/10 purple almost as well from Chris. If I recall, Ando was one of the first pitters too.
He was. And a lap 4 Ando came in, so Pure with probably a lot better tyres. It's going to be a tough task to do it around the outside there though. Ando going very defensive, sticking it to the white line on the inside of the track. And Chris has joined his car with the rear bumper of Adam from what I can see for that battle for second here. Keeping half an eye on Zoo. He's got to come in. There's no way he's going again, right? There we go. Ducking into the pits is Zoo. So Adam will take our race lead as they come through the start finish. Where will Zoo come out after doing 11 laps on the soft tyre?
As Chris has got a great exit, I think he'll have him by this first corner. He might stick that nose out there.
That time is dropping very quickly down to a 10th. Here he goes.
He's going for it. No, Adam stayed in.
Outside of turn 2.
Oh,
He's getting him a bit of a squeeze. Got to be careful doing that. End up in the steward's report.
Yeah, we wouldn't want that, would we?
No, not at all. They're still side by side entering turn 4 here. Adam's got a nice run. Chris using all of the exit, just tucks back in. Can he make a move into the braking zone coming up?
Amazing.
He's pulled out again.
that's got it.
Adam played a dangerous game.
Oh, he's doing the
For the
crisscross.
Just a great run out of that corner, but he does have the outside coming into the S's here. And there it goes. Chris locks in that first spot. Could come under fire from Adam at the end of the straight if Adam doesn't want to work together and hold on to that second place. Just behind them, Pure Axel has cleared Ando as well, but Ando's going to have a great opportunity to make a move. They also have a train of Rusty's drivers being Scooter and Tombo just behind them as well. Ando pulled alongside. Late on the brakes, looking for that cut back into the banked corner to get the run up the hill. Quite a good exit, but I don't think it's going to be enough to make anything happen there on Pure Axel.
Just noticed as well, gentlemen, Zoo came back out in 10th.
Yeah, it's quite rough there for Zoo. Going very long on that soft tyre, but we saw Ando do a similar thing, just in the opposite order, and currently fighting for bids, so not too bad for Ando. Did notice that he has lost a spot to Scooter though, so
Tombo's doing very well to hang on to this group as well. Will Tombo throw in the team orders? Who knows?
we do know that Tombo rules with an iron fist. He's a bit of a tyrant, and I'm seeing Zoo have to burn another penalty back there as well, unfortunately, so continues to get a little bit worse for Zoo towards the end of this race. But that battle for third place, that pack is really starting to grow, as the captain is rejoining the slipstream and doesn't have Apex too far behind either.
And up at the front as well, Chris has managed to break the slipstream of Adam. Only just.
It is a freakish pace out of Chris, honestly. I have no idea how he's doing it. And unfortunately, without that disconnect, this could have been a huge round for Chris. It could still end up being a good round to take points off of Apex, because Apex is sitting at 8th at the moment. But yeah, very unfortunate.
This could end up as a drop round for both of them, and things could very well stay the same leading into Bathurst, our final round.
Incredible. At the back of that group, 6th and 7th, Captain looking up the inside of Tombo and then fresh softs. Ooh, gets up the inside of Ando as well and receives a tap on the exit.
Oh!
Oh, big bump going on there. I also saw Pure Axle pick up a tyre full of dirt on exit there as well, so getting towards the last couple laps of the race is starting to get a bit rowdy. Oh, they're playing
These
bumper
guys are
cars between the Rusties guys.
And those tyres are very second rate now.
Yeah, comparing to the likes of Captain is very, very different. It's going to be a struggle for Ando to hold on here, and you can see, Captain's just got him on the inside here. Is Tombo going to go for the bump on Ando, or does he try and move up the inside with the Captain here? The brakes, Captain's looking up the inside.
Ando's lost it.
Ooh. Oh, Apex, the opportunist up the inside of both of the Rusties cars at the head there.
Those second-hand tyres are costly, but also Cap is on the youngest softs in the field.
Yeah, has identical tyre wear to Apex as well, who is directly behind on a set of softs. I think they're only 1 lap difference, but the Apex has done well to protect the tyres, and it's really starting to come through at the end here.
Yeah, Apex is definitely the winner out of that.
Looks like Pure Axle has been able to clear Scooter for that battle third, leading by about a second. And Captain has managed to just sneak into the slipstream with Scooter, is going to have the entire run down the back straight here as well. That's going to help progress up the field and help defend against Apex.
We've got Tombo here right up the rear end of Ando, going into Banky Boy.
These guys sticking together.
Will Tombo bring out those team orders? Will that Iron Fist come down?
Mediums overrun the softs here of Ando. Oh, and Captain is up the inside of Scooter here. Well, he had a very big look up the inside through the first of these right-handers. Then fresh softs playing into Captain's hands nicely. Scooter's also got the fuel gauge flashing here as well.
Back up the front. Sorry, gentlemen.
You're right. Oh,
About to
Cap
say
just
back up
comes
the-
out. Sorry, Steph. Cap's going in. He's got Scooter coming into that first corner, and Apex wants a piece too.
Apex is going to try around the outside here. Bit of contact made with the rear end of Scooter, so that's going to stop that move happening. Ooh, he's dropped a tyre onto the grass as well.
Just with
Playing
measure.
with the edge of the track there has Apex. He's going
Oh.
up the inside of Scooter again. Really
Wow, that
looking
was
to
a
follow Captain here.
That was a send and a half from Apex.
I think Captain is giving the slipstream to Scooter from what I can see here, which will be good for defending against any move from Apex, but Apex has done it up the inside quite nicely there. So does Captain have enough to defend against Apex here? 7/10 the gap. Might be at the top of the hill where Apex can make a move if he nails the big banky boy in the S's here. Comes off it. The gap down now to 5.5, down to 5. It's dropping quite rapidly at the moment. And Captain has joined the slipstream of Pure Axle. So any small mistake could see Captain on the podium here.
Yeah, Cap's done very well to get out of that little tussle. Apex still there lurking in the background though.
I think if Pure Axle holds onto this podium, they'll have Mrs. Stefko's second husband to thank. KZ fighting Captain so hard out of the pits there. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. A couple of guys getting very low on fuel, but we can jump up with Fixer Chris as he rounds the final corner. He's going to take the race 3 win by about 2 seconds over Adam B10, who led a majority of the race. Who has gone quite wide through the last corner as well, but Chris is going to claim that win. Adam is going to come second. Pure Axle is holding on to 3rd position, followed by the Captain and Apex. Scooter in 6th, Endo and Tombo in 7th and 8th, KZ in 9th, Zoo in 10th, Dale 11th, and Locate rounding up the field here 12th. With a beautiful flick spin across the line for good.
Very nice. Great finish.
Now,
Well executed.
correct me if I'm wrong, but Fixer Chris just pulled off a Tombo, did he?
Last
He
to
went
first.
to, yeah, last to first.
Wow,
As
well
Sherman
done.
did in race 2 last week as well, so that's getting quite alarming at Chris's pace there. That could be dangerous for Bathurst.
31. Oh, wow.
Again, that's a tough time to look at. If you're anyone outside a top split, that is going to be near enough impossible to beat.
Wow.
And a
18
majority of the
second
field being
gap.
spread by, a majority of the field being spread by only 11. So that's good luck for the top end of split 2 here tonight to try and chip off on those times. That's going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, gentlemen, we do have some people that need to get off to races, don't we?
That we do, but
Maybe.
after seeing those times, I might want to rip the RSVP back out.
Yeah, I'm happy to throw in the towel for this one. Whew.
Yeah, come on.
Really
You really
quickly,
wanted to be Div 1 for that?
Maybe the 3rd race, but oh, wow.
Really quickly, before we do head out, we do have a couple more sponsors to give a quick thank you to, being Racers. Racers provide dedicated support for motorsport event operators from grassroots to professionals, and if you want to check them out more and contact them, you can do that through their website, being racers.world. And we also have Brisbane Insurance Brokers as the best in commercial and industrial insurance. They can help with all manner of general insurance needs, including your personal insurances for your home and car. To find out more about them, check them out at brisbaneinsurancebrokers.com.au. And on that note, I'll thank you guys very much for joining me here in the comms box. It's been an absolute pleasure.
No worries. It was my pleasure. Before we do just take off quickly, I'll just say we are at Bathurst next week. The GR3s humping it around that hill for a whole 43 laps. Do not miss it. You saw what tonight was like. Div 1, Split 1 next week. Actually, Split 1 next week or the week after? I can't remember because we
Week
split it over
after,
2. The week after, yep. But any of them, they're just going to blow you away. It's going to be an awesome weekend, both weekends.
Yep, and action coming from the Wheel-to-Wheel channel every day next week from Wednesday onwards to the Sunday, with midweek qualifying sessions popping up throughout the week. So keep an eye on the channel, chuck the notifications on, and you'll see plenty of them popping up.
Yeah, definitely going to be one to watch, so keep an eye out for it. Or them, I should say.
Okay.
And on that note, gentlemen, We'll see you there.
Good night.
Yes. Thanks for having me. See you guys.